In this video, I'm going to be discussing a topic I'm very passionate about, which is programming. Personally, I'm of the belief that programming is the number one most important variable for a person's ability to build a large and impressive looking physique naturally. So while I think that, I also observe that at the same time, it's not that often that you see programming being discussed. Both in actual gyms, in real life, I see a lot of people working out without a program. And then also on YouTube and on social media, you don't actually see that much discussion about programming. Sure, you can sort of go to some corner of YouTube, some sort of niche corner, and then you'll have some good discussions there. But sort of the mainstream fitness trend that you see nowadays on social media, you have very little actual discussion about how to program. And I think it truly is more important than your diet. It's more important than having your sleep schedule on point. I think it's even more important than the amount of weight you can lift. I think programming is more important than all of that. And you have a lot of these people that'll go to the gym and they don't have a program. They just kind of go to the gym and, maybe they want to train a certain muscle and they'll just hop from one machine to the other, or they just train based on how they feel or whatever. And the thing is, these people are not immune to the principles of programming. They still apply to them. It's not like they're not using a program. They might say, oh, I don't need a program. I just work out based on how I feel. But they're not really working out without a program, because all those principles that programming teaches us still apply to them. They just have a shit program because they're just making it up on the spot. So they just have a random, chaotic, crappy program instead of an actually good, methodical, well thought out program. So if you're just showing up at the gym and working out and you think you don't need a program or it doesn't apply to you, it does. You just have a shit program. So a program is not needed if you just go to the gym without any goals, if you just go to the gym to have a laugh with your friends, if it's a social thing, you're just going to pass the time, you're just going for fun or whatever, then sure, you don't need a program. But if you're someone who is actually serious about what you're doing, and specifically if you want to build muscle, you want your body to look a certain way, then programming is how you get there, and it's how you get there at the most efficient and quickest way possible. Maybe you can brute force your way to an impressive physique after many years, but it's certainly not going to be the most efficient way of getting there, and you're going to be much more likely to get injured and waste a whole lot of time. So specifically though, as a natural lifter, investing time into learning about programming, which by the way, I'm not going to do in this video. I'm not going to teach you about programming. I'm just going to talk about why I think it's important. So as a natural, programming is absolutely everything for you, because you don't have the help of those anabolic steroids that a lot of these people are injecting into themselves every day. A lot of the people that you're watching on YouTube that maybe they claim to be natural lifters and they make everything look so easy, they're not natural. They're on drugs. And the reason they don't need to talk about programming is because it's incredibly easy for them to put on muscle. They just inject the steroids into themselves every day, and then their body is in this hyper anabolic state where whatever you do, you go to the gym, you get a bit of a pump, and suddenly you're growing from it. Because when you get a pump, you're just pushing those steroids into the muscle, you're getting the blood flowing into the muscle, it's bringing all the drugs in, and your muscles grow. It's really as simple as that. But if you're natural, your body isn't going to be in this hyper anabolic state all the time. And in order to get your body into that anabolic state, you're going to need to program, and specifically you're going to need to program with progressive overload in mind in order to consistently be overloading the muscle and be adding more and more load over time to the muscle, which is the only way a natural can grow. So I think programming is the number one most important thing. If you're not programming, I promise you, you're doing it wrong. It's the most inefficient way possible to go about it. You need to be programming, and you need to be programming for yourself. So a lot of the programs that you'll find online, or even that you'll buy from some fitness influencer, or even if you're going to a gym and there's a coach there who's making a program for you, it's not going to be the perfect program for you. Only you know which exercises work well for your body. Only you will know through the process of experimentation which rep ranges, which amount of volume and intensity will work well for you. And so you need to learn about the principles of programming, and then over time, through experimentation, you will learn how to apply those principles and make your own program. Or perhaps you have another program from another person which you will modify in order to meet your goals. So only you know your goals, only you know how your body works. And sure, someone can, hold your hand and, help you in the beginning, but you really need to focus on learning about programming and programming for yourself and making the best program for you based on your goals and how you want your body to look. So that's all I've got for today. Programming is absolutely everything as a natural lifter. So, if you haven't learned about it yet, start researching it. I'm going to be talking more about it on this channel. So do subscribe if that sounds interesting, and I will see you next time.